Listen, the Lord is saying, stop eating out so much when you're blessed to have food at home. Let me say that again. I said, the Lord is saying you need to stop eating out so much because He's blessed you to have food at home. Now, you guys, what am I talking about, right? This message is a little different, right? This message is a little different, but I see this message as God trying to help us, right? In even little areas of our lives where we may think that it's nothing, right? But for somebody, this thing that you're eating out all the time, right? He says that is blocking your breakthrough, right? Because He's blessed you with food at home, but you're eating out all the time, right? And so what is the Lord talking about here, you guys? So first off, the Lord is concerned with the little areas of our lives that we may not think is a problem or is some type of hindrance, or that the thing is like is nothing, right? But the Lord is concerned about it, right? So what He's saying here, you guys, is that's not showing to be a good steward over the things that He's provided for you, right? Meaning like it becomes like a waste of money, right? It becomes I end up throwing food out that I have food in the house because I want to eat out all the time. But God has blessed me to be able to have food in the house, but I'm still spending money. I'm still wasting money out eating all the time, right? So you may look at that like, and I don't believe God is upset about anybody eating out, right? But when you do it in excess, right? Especially when you have food in the house. Now, if you didn't have food in the house and you eating out, that's a different story. But for somebody, whoever I'm speaking to, you have food in the house and you continue to eat out over and over and over and over. And the Lord has been convicting you about that, like dealing with you about it, like, you know, you do have food in the house. And that's that thing in you that begins to say, why do I have food in the house? I need to stop eating out so much. So you'll begin to feel that thing like, I gotta stop eating out so much. But it's like you're not hearing that, and you kind of ignoring that right there. But the Lord is concerned, child of God, right? What does it show? It shows a lack of self-control, right? It shows a lack of self-control. I don't know if you feel like you just gotta have food comfortable, or it's uncomfortable cooking in the house, or whatever it is, child of God. But whatever it is, it becomes a problem, right? Your stewardship over the blessings that God is trying to give you, or what God wants to bless you with, right? Many times we could be asking for certain things, but because of the little areas in our lives and the things that we're not handling correctly, He can't trust us to bless us with more, right? Because we're not showing ourselves to be faithful over the little. And the Bible says when you show yourself to be faithful over the few, then I can make you ruler over many, right? So many times we want many, right? We want much, but we don't want to take care of the little things that we have, right? So again, God is concerned with this. He says He's blessed you to have enough food at home, but you keep eating out all the time, right? And so what that's doing, again, child of God, it is blocking your breakthrough, right? Meaning you're not receiving all that God has for you for that very reason, right? It's kind of like, why can God feel like He can trust you to give you more when you don't take care of the little that you have, or you're not a good steward over it? You see what I'm saying? Because the money that you spend, child of God, what you can do with that money is you can save that money, right? You can save that money and spend that on something else, or just have a savings in the background. You know, like I was talking earlier about how you could just have that money that you always spending food out. You could put that to the side and save that. In case a rainy day comes, something happens, something break down, you need to repair. You got some money to put to something versus just check the check, or I'm just, like there's nothing extra. So if something happened, there's nothing put up, right? And so God wants us to be wise. God wants us to be good stewards over what it is that He gives us, right? He wants us to be wise in our decision making, right? And not just thinking about now, but if I put this up now, could it help me in my future, right? So God gives us wisdom, child of God. And for somebody, you're asking God for something, but it's like you're not taking care of what He's already given you, or you're not being a good steward over that, right? And when you're not being a good steward over that, you looking for this miracle, or you looking for this breakthrough, or you looking for this next level, this financial, but it's like you're missing, or you're looking over what it is that He's already provided to you that you're not taking care of, child of God, right? And I would say, obviously you must be blessed, right? Obviously you must be blessed. If you blessed to have food in the house, and you blessed to be able to go out and eat, right? So that means you have finances, right? You're financially blessed to be able to do that. But God doesn't want us to just, waste. It becomes like a waste. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord has been dealing with somebody about it, right? And that's why that thing keep coming to you. I need to eat in the house, or I ate out yesterday. Why do I keep eating out? Like you feeling a conviction of that. Like I've been doing this. Like I've been eating out a lot. So, child of God, again, these are little areas in our lives which God cares about, right? And I always say how sometimes we could be doing things and we don't think that there's any harm in it, or we don't think that this could be a problem, but actually, obviously it is. It's like if God is blessing you financially, right? If God is blessing you for you to be able to have food in the house, right? For you to be able to eat, go out and eat. It's like, why would I bless you with more? Because you're not responsible with what he's giving you already. You see what I'm saying? So again, don't take this message for granted, right? But the Lord is saying to somebody that this is kind of blocking your breakthrough, right? He's saying stop eating out so much when he's blessed you to be able to have food in the house. And what does that also show you guys? It also shows that there is like a lack of self-control, right? Because it's like, I know I got food in the house, but I'm just want to get something quick and I'm going to eat. Or even if you eat in a restaurant all the time, or even if you're buying food, bringing it home, it becomes a waste, because sometimes you may end up throwing out food that you could have ate because it went bad because you ate out so much. And the crazy thing is, you'll buy food more. You'll buy more food. And then but you still won't eat it. You may eat a little bit, but majority you're eating out, child of God. The majority of the time you are eating out, and it displays a lack of self-control, right? It displays a lack of self-control. And again, this word is from the Lord, because the Lord cares about these little things that we may see as nothing, right? And it's blocking somebody's breakthrough. It's blocking somebody's breakthrough because it's not showing that you're a good steward over what it is that he provides for you. Like you're not taking care of what it is that he's giving you, child of God. So again, I'm not sure who this is for, but the title for the message is, because you eat out so much, God has blessed you financially, right? You're blessed to have food in the house. He's saying that you're eating out too much. And what that is doing, child of God, it is blocking your breakthrough. It's blocking your breakthrough. And as I'm bringing this word, you should know if this word is just going to be speaking directly to you. Like you would know if this word is speaking to you, child of God, right? So don't just ignore the word and think like this could not be a problem. But, God wants us to be good stewards, not in just certain areas, but even in the things that you feel like you may not be important, or it may not be a big thing, but to God, it is a big thing. You see what I'm saying? Because God wants us to be able to control ourselves, right? Because like I said, if you're able to eat out all the time and you don't have food in the house, that's okay. But for somebody, you have food in the house, or you're continuing to eat out over and over again. So yeah, I pray that this message would, bless somebody and help you to see that it's not good to always eat out when God has blessed you to be able to have food in the house. When there's people that don't have food in the house, So look at it like that, child of God. It's just God trying to help us to become better, right? God just wants us to become better, child of God. So yeah, I pray that you would heed this word and hear what the Spirit of the Lord is speaking to you. And, apply this to your life. Apply this to your life. I always say the word doesn't come just for us to do with it whatever we want, or to ignore it, or it's coming because God is concerned about a certain area in your life that's blocking your breakthrough, right? It's blocking your breakthrough. Sometimes you could be so used to doing something that you just do it like that, even though you don't have to do it like that, right? And for somebody, that's how it's become. You just got so used to it and just accustomed to it, and so you cooking or standing in the house to eat, and it's like it's that's so foreign. But it's something that you can unlearn, child of God. It's something that you can unlearn. All right. So I just wanted to bring this word. Again, don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly, child of God. Don't take it lightly. If you got to stay home and cook, stay home and cook. Stay home and cook. Show God that you are in control and that you can be a good steward, right, over what he blesses you with. All right. So again, the title for the message is, you're eating out too much, right? You're eating out too much. He's blessed you to have food in the house, and it's blocking your breakthrough. So you got to stop eating out so much, child of God, right? It's blocking your breakthrough. All right. Be blessed.